Oh, I don't know. I think as a writer, you put a bit of yourself into all the different stories and all the different characters. Little traits that I've got, maybe comedy things that come out of me, little quirks and things I use in different books for different characters. There was one book I wrote called Disc, where a boy was in school and he was kind of thought of as a nerd because I like to read and stuff in school. So perhaps Disc, one of my books, Disc, the character Joseph Lanes, perhaps I identify with more.
So I am definitely the Sandy of my life. Very much a nerd, very much kind of go at everything with enthusiasm. But if I could choose a character that I wanted to be like, I would say Sarah Jane Taylor, just because she's such a cool person. You know, she's very fit, which is something that I'm not. Very good with a sword, which I know I've never tried it, but I'm guessing I wouldn't be too good. But she's just badass, isn't she?
I wouldn't say I'm really like any of my characters, or the other way around, none of my characters are based on me, but I do put myself in my character, maybe one element or one characteristic, but I do draw on what I know, and I'll draw on my characteristic, people I know. Characters aren't based on people, they're more based on ideas and concepts.
That is such a tough question. There is a little piece of me in every character I write. I think you can't be a writer and not have that. That being said, it's interesting. I think the likes of Lyall has some of my cultural background. I can kind of hear her voice quite well. So that was something that was very important to me. Cosmo's strange and different. I love that about him. Oh, there's so many good characters that I'd like to be. Ironically, the one I'm most not like is the nurse. That being said, I think if I was anyone, it'd be Dr. Jamari, who is Cosmo's doctor. Very kind, very sweet man. Pushed to his limits, and we hopefully see him develop as we go along too. I think he's the one that's most willing to be open, most willing to listen and to learn. I think that's important for adults. So I think if I was anyone, I'd be him. I think I'd most like to be Bandit. He's everything everyone wants to be. He says what he wants to say, does what he wants to do. He doesn't let people control him. He's great fun. He's the kind of person you'd want to party with. Not someone you'd want to take home, but definitely someone you'd want to know.
Well, I don't think I'm like any particular one character at the moment. I do try and incorporate some things to each character from myself and from people I know and family members, but I wouldn't say I'm like any particular one character.